911, where's your emergency?
Bonjour et bienvenue à tous. Aujourd'hui, nous allons écouter 5 enregistrements audio réels du 911. Attention, ces audios sont extrêmement bouleversants. Même si nous avons mis un sous-titrage en français, nous avons fait le choix de conserver les versions audio originales en anglais pour mieux ressentir l'émotion de ces victimes en face à face avec la mort. Durant cet appel, une vieille dame vivant seule dans une maison modeste appelle le 911 pour signaler la présence d'un homme devant sa maison en train de la surveiller. Ce sera malheureusement ses dernières paroles car il sera abattu froidement par cet inconnu.
What's the problem, ma'am? Oh, there's some guy been checking the place out. How? Well, he went in the back. I have an apartment in the back, and he said he was looking for a guy. And he comes to my door, and said he's looking for an apartment. So I live alone, and I'm an old lady. Mm-hmm. Where is he now, ma'am? I don't have no idea.
Durant cet appel, une femme appelle pour signaler l'attaque de son singe envers son ami. L'effroyable scène se déroule devant ses yeux et la pauvre impuissante face à cette situation assistera à la mort de cette dernière.
Down for 911, where's your emergency?
Oh, this is Sandy. 231 Rock Clement Road.
What's the
Send
problem?
the police. Send the police.
What's the problem there?
The chimp killed my friend.
What's the problem with your friend?
Oh, please.
What's the problem with your friend? I need to know.
Send the police up with a gun. Hurry
Who
up.
has a gun?
Please, hurry up. He's killing my girlfriend.
What is the problem?
He's killing my friend.
Who's killing your friend?
My chimpanzee.
Oh, your chimpanzee is killing your friend.
He ripped her apart. Hurry up.
With a gun.
Hurry up, please.
There's someone on the way.
With guns, please. Shoot him.
What is the monkey doing? Tell me what the monkey's...
He ripped her face off. Please.
If the monkey moves away from your friend, let me know, okay? So we can try to help your friend.
No, I can't. She's dead. She's dead.
Why are you saying that she's dead?
She's dead. He ripped her apart.
He ripped what apart? Her face?
Everything.
He ripped her apart?
Listen, I think I'm going to sleep. I think I'm going to pass out.
No, just breathe, okay? I'm going to stay with you on the phone until they get there.
Listen to me. Please, hurry. Please, hurry. Oh, my God. Shoot him.
Sandra, stay in your car.
Shoot him.
Sandra, I need you to stay in your car.
Shoot him, please. I tried stabbing him, and he's hurt now, too. So he's going to attack anybody. I can't get out of this car.
La dame sera finalement sauvée par les forces de l'ordre, le singe sera abattu et malheureusement son ami est décédé des suites de ses blessures. Durant cet appel, Kevin Cosgrove, un business exécutif dans l'industrie de l'assurance, appelle le 911 depuis le 105e étage du World Trade Center le jour du 11 septembre 2001 lors de l'attaque terroriste, quelques minutes avant que l'immeuble ne s'effondre. Cet appel est l'un des plus poignants et émouvants de l'histoire, car on peut entendre la tristesse et le désarroi d'un père qui voit la mort la séparer de ses enfants qu'il aime tendrement.
What's the telephone number? I'm waiting for FC to pick up. What's the telephone number you're calling? The MC. You can do NC 441 2623. 449.
2623.
And you're on the 105th floor in the northwest corner, right?
Right.
At number 2 World Trade Center.
Right. Lady, there's 3 of us in this office. We're not ready to die, but it's getting bad.
I understand, sir. We can go talk to all the apparatus there. I'm trying to let them know where you are.
Fire department, 408.
This is 15.
Let me talk to the caller, PD.
1597.
Let me talk to the caller. Where is he?
He's on the line.
Let me talk to him. Where's the fire, sir? There's smoke. Really bad. 105, 2 power. All right, sit tight. We'll get to you as soon as we can. There's some staying up, but the smoke's really bad, man. That's all we need. That's all we can do. Where are you? What floor you guys up to? We're getting there. We're getting there. Doesn't feel like it, man. I got young kids. I understand that, sir. We're on the way.
He's on the 105th floor in the northwest corner.
We have no problem. Little operator?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay, we have everything, sir.
I know you do, but it doesn't seem like it. You got lots of people up here.
I understand. Hello?
Hello. We're looking at financial center. 3 of us, 2 broken windows. Oh, God!
Durant cet appel, une jeune femme vivant seule avec son bébé appelle le 911 pour signaler la présence d'un homme en train d'essayer d'ouvrir la porte de sa maison. Malheureusement, elle sera battue à mort par l'inconnu avant l'arrivée de la police.
Police department.
A man is trying to break in my door. I don't know who he is. He said let me in.
He's doing what?
He's trying to break in my door.
What is your address? What's your name, ma'am?
Karen.
Sharon? I want you to stay on the telephone. Okay?
Okay.
Where are you now?
I locked the front door and I'm upstairs in the bedroom.
Is there anyone with you?
No, just my baby.
Sharon, are you still there?
He's in the house. He broke through the door.
He broke in. Sharon, are you still there?
Uh-huh.
Shut the bedroom door. Lock it if you can and come right back to the phone.
He's at the door.
What?
He's at the door. He's here. He's here.
Are you still with me?
Uh-huh.
Tell him you've got the police on the phone.
I've got the police on the phone. Who are you? Why are you here?
He's in the bedroom with her.
I've got the police on the phone. I've got the police on the phone. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why? Why?
Sharon?
Le serial killer Paul Michael Stephani, aussi connu sous le nom du tueur avec la voix pleurante, appelle souvent le 911 pour confesser ses crimes effroyables de manière anonyme tout en décrivant exactement les scènes des crimes avec toujours la même voix pleurnichante.
Fire emergency.
Please don't talk, just listen. I'm sorry I killed that girl. I stabbed her 40 times. Kimberly Compton was the first one. Oh, my safe. I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm sick. I'm going to kill myself, I think.
Where are you?
I'm just going to... If somebody dies with a red shirt on, it's me. I killed both of you. I'm sorry. I'll never make it to heaven.
Calm down. Calm.
You find me, I just stabbed somebody with a knife stick. I can't stop myself. I keep killing somebody.
Paul Michael Stephani sera finalement arrêté. Lors de son procès, son ex-femme, sa sœur et une femme avec qui il vivait ont déclaré avoir cru que l'appelant hystérique révélant les attaques était Stephani. Ces observations à elles seules n'étaient pas suffisantes pour identifier Stephani comme le tueur à la voix pleureuse, puisque les pleurs hystériques déformaient la voix. En 1997, Stephani a reçu un diagnostic de cancer de la peau et avait moins d'1 an à vivre. Il a décidé d'avouer les meurtres de Kim Compton, Barbara Simmons et Kathy Greening. Il n'avait pas été suspecté dans la mort de Greening car il n'avait même pas appelé la police comme il l'avait fait dans les autres cas. En tout, il a avoué une attaque à coups en 1980, poignardé Kimberly Compton à mort en 1981, noyé Kathleen Greening en 1982, poignardé Barbara Simmons à mort en 1982 et poignardé Denise Williams en 1982. Il mourra l'année suivante du cancer. Nous arrivons à la fin de cette vidéo. Merci d'avoir regardé et n'oubliez pas de vous abonner pour la suite. À bientôt.